Good morning and welcome back. Today is July 18, 2022. Today I'm going to share some market insights, updates, some thoughts and some tips. Hopefully you can take away some of those tips and it can help you make an informed choice when it comes to either selling or buying your home. So we're really facing a lot of issues now, and as you see in the news every day in, day out, it's the housing bubble, inflation. That's a day-to-day discussion. Now, how is that impacting buyers and sellers alike, and what may be the outcomes from it? So if you are a seller, the key rule is always in setting home prices, obviously, is inventory, supply, and demand, right? If there's more supply, obviously the buyer has more leverage to negotiate a price. If there's less supply and more demand, obviously the seller has more leverage in negotiating a higher price. So if you are to sell your home, you have to ask yourself a few things. First of all, there are three categories of sellers. There are sellers that really need to sell, and if that's the case, you got to set a date when you're going to decide based on the offers you have on the table which one is the highest and best, as we call it in our terminology, and just move along with that offer that you have. So let's say today is July 18, you called it a day, August 18, I have offers on the table. I'm going to go through all those offers, and hopefully with the right realtor, he can help you make a right choice and selecting the right buyer between the buyer offers you have on the table. If you are a seller that's distinctly looking for a certain price, and I've been to an open house yesterday where the seller said, if I'm not getting my price, I'm just not selling, I'm staying here. So that's totally fine. It's a realtor's choice whether he wants to work with such a listing and what he really believes in getting that high price, or if he feels the property is overpriced, if he wants to work with that listing, that's okay. And the seller is trying their luck. However, if what they're looking to get is not coming through, then obviously they'll stay put. Then there are those mediocre sellers, meaning they're looking to sell, they're not desperate to sell within a month or two, but they want to sell within 3 to 5 months, and they want to upgrade or downgrade, so they would look what's around in the market, what the trade-off or trade-up is, and decide based on that what they want to do once they do get their offer that they're looking to get. As for buyers, we're facing different issues. A lot of them are becoming disqualified, unfortunately, and as we heard in the news and we saw that about 15% contracts fell through in the month of June, and that's because rates increased significantly in a very short period of time. Buyers and sellers alike weren't expecting that to happen, and we as mortgage brokers and professionals didn't either expect that to happen. We knew that the party of 2.75% rates will not last forever because that was due to COVID and other issues that the Fed was concerned. And this happens once in 50 years or once in a decade, once in a century. So obviously we knew it's not going to last forever. However, we didn't think or know that this is going to go up so quick and we're going to face such inflation issues. So a lot of buyers, unfortunately, are becoming disqualified. So now we're left with qualified buyers. Obviously, if you were to put a home on the market, the question is, do you still have enough buyers that are looking to bid up a price on your property, or you don't? Now, the qualified buyers may be qualified based on Fannie Freddie guidelines, but based on the inflation we're facing now, anywhere between 9 and 100%, honestly, although the news you see only 9 to 15%, but I see some things that doubled 100% or more within the last year or two, and homes are no exception. The homes increased 25% year over year in certain territories. That's something very, very unusual. We actually never saw this in history. The typical price appreciation for a home is 2 to 4%. So if we're facing a housing bubble, perhaps, maybe yes, I don't know. The truth is everything is unknown. That's the truth. We don't know where the rate increases will end. We're talking now about a Fed rate increase for another percent just in the coming week. And down the road, we don't know really. I mean, so far we're not combating inflation, and the Fed may more aggressively raise rates further. So maybe we'll see mortgage rates 8 or 10%, and if that's the case, sellers have to weigh in again to see what's in store for them. If they're thinking of selling between the next year or two, they have to think about all options and what may happen down the road. A lot of buyers that are qualifying based on their income, based on Fannie Freddie guidelines, because the cost of living increased so much, they still think they're not qualified because they don't have enough disposable income left to spend for their daily and monthly budgets after they getting this big mortgage that they need in order to buy a home. And then mainly consumer confidence is something we're looking for to be in a healthy state. A lot of buyers are lacking confidence, and that applies to cash buyers also, meaning they don't need to go for financing. They have enough money still to buy a home. However, they feel that their market may come down, and therefore they're just staying in the sidelines. And we see that happening also, unfortunately, for sellers. So what's going to happen? The truth is nobody knows. Anybody talking on the news every day knows as much as we know. It's our guess, and we got to carefully weigh all our options, what's in store for us, whether you're selling or buying. And I hope you find this information useful. Thanks for watching. Have a happy week and a wonderful day.